to these. Why are we flagged for misinformation? Y'all some. Hold on, Julie. Hold on, Julie. Just because you don't like what we're talking about, we're not talking about anything that's untrue. Who just reported me for misinformation? Was it you, gotcha, who's trying to get my fucking attention and don't realize that how a man gets a woman attention is with coins? And if you want to get my attention, gotcha, you need to throw some coins or I will never look in your direction. Fuck you thought this was, man. You need to chill the fuck out, bro. Because I will restart. You just saw that people started coming in and you wanted to be a hater. You wanted to be a hater for no reason. We weren't saying anything that was untrue. And if you feel like we're saying something that's untrue, join the debate and give your opinion. But you a man in my comments asking me about a job, sprinkle, and that's dusty ass behavior, bro. That's dusty ass behavior, bro. That's dusty behavior. You need to learn that as a man. That's the one thing you should never do as a man. Is be asking no woman about her motherfucking job and how much money she out here making. That's unattractive. It's very unmanly, and nobody fucking likes that. Okay? Don't worry about the fuck I got going on. Just know I'm put up for the winter time. Bitch, I'm put up. I'm put up for the winter time. The hell? You got something to say, bro. Come up and say it like a man. Other than that, shut up. Other than
Hello.
that, shut up. No, I'm talking to Gotcha in the comments. He's not manly like you guys to come up here and say what he has to say.
Hello, how you doing?
Fully moisturized, highly melanated. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm just wondering before we start the conversation, are you trying to make this like is this like an American issue or are you trying to make this like a race issue?
I think you can't have one without the other.
What do you mean? Because there's certain American
What I mean
cultures
is,
and
we have a problem in America, a problem of domestic terror, mass pew pewings, and school pew pewings, and none of those offenders have come from over the border or across the ocean. So instead of focusing on people who are not harming us, we should focus on the people who are.
right, that makes sense.
Do you know
Why do you
what the
think those
odds
attacks are
are?
happening?
I'm sorry, both of
Actually,
y'all
What
started talking at the same time.
why
let
do you
me
think
let
those
me bring up
attacks
the
are happening?
statistic.
Just did it again.
Why
Per
do you think those
year,
attacks are happening?
dude, Julia, one
Just
second,
did
man.
it for the third time.
Per 1 in 200 million chance of being pew-pewed by a white kid at school. If you know the
What?
statistics of that. Yeah,
You
that's a
said
matter of
1
fact.
in two
And that,
hundred million?
yes, and to
Okay,
be
how many
pew-pewed
mass
at
shootings are
school,
there? How many mass shootings are there every year in America?
however many there are.
The
But
answer is
the statistic,
354, roughly 354 to 368 mass shootings every year in America, which means there's literally 1.1 every fucking day of the year. 83% of mass shooters are straight white males. So how is numerically possible for you to have a 1 in 200 million% chance to be shot at school by a white man? What?
search it up, that's a fact. And
I
then on
Well,
just
it's
gave
top
you
of
the
that,
because
number, sir.
the per capita of violent white people to violent black people.
We're not here to talk about black people today.
Yeah, see? You want to point the
Can you
finger, but
handle
don't want
that?
to point it at yourself.
Can you handle that?
I don't think you can, to be
Can you
honest.
handle not deflecting to black people? Because there are no black people in these pictures.
also I
Mm-hmm.
just want to say something
Can
real
you
quick, right?
try just for a second to not deflect to any black people and focus on the fact that there has been 21 mass shootings since September the 1st and the eradication of 9 American children with the intent to unalive them. And also 2 public assassinations, one that actually went through.
Yeah, of course. I just want to say something real quick. That's fine. The way school PPUings are classified, even if a weapon, an ND happens, negatively discharge happened near a school, that's still technically classified as a school PPUing. So the actual statistic of what is it, 400, 500 now? It's skewed, right? That's why it's per capita. you're not likely to actually be a part of a
So
school
what you're
PTA.
saying, so what, blah, 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 what you're saying is there's not enough for us to give a fuck about it?
That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. I'm
Okay,
actually
well, we're
just,
going to give a fuck about it. So you can move on.
but I think it's important for you to know that there aren't as many school pupillings as the statistic lists because
All
of
right,
how it's
let's see how
classified.
many there was this year. See if that's enough for us to give a fuck about it.
We should always care about it. That's why I want to
All
ask you.
right, so what are we bringing it up for? What are you trying to downplay for?
I'm not trying to downplay. I'm trying
You
to.
are.
Okay.
Are.
Why do you think this is happening?
I believe it is happening due to not only the feeding of replacement theory and radicalization of YT young men, but the epidemic of white male loneliness and the feeling of them not being very successful in a country in a game that was supposed to be winning by them. And they have no explanation for that mediocrity and weak chin. And so they take it out on people, including the public, in order to either gain fame or some sort of, some sort of fame off of it, or they're just suicidal in fact and are too pussy and cowardice to unalive themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with
So,
radicalization.
So that's what I think. I think it's your fear of replacement. I think it's your fear of being mediocre. I think it's also the epidemic of white male loneliness. I think you've realized that bitches don't like you and you're taking it out on the world.
wow, referring to women as bitches. Interesting.
Interesting. That's all you had to
Bro,
say after everything I just said. You
bro, you sound
deny
like a
no
fucking
facts of
Neanderthal.
replacement theory. You deny no
So
facts
you're
of your
hating on
fear
a
of
white man.
competition. You land on she calls women bitches. That's what you heard out of everything I just said.
Because there's no competition with a black man, sorry.
No, the competition is not with us. You fear the migrant.
We saved you
You
guys.
fear the immigrant. That's who you fear. You fear the
I
immigrant
don't
is
fear
here to
no
replace you.
immigrants. What are you
You
talking
fear
about?
the migrant is here to replace you. And so you attack them at every chance you get.
Nobody attacks nobody. I don't know what you're on about. You're the one. You're the
Okay,
one person
there's
up here
definitely not a
attacking
mass
white people, saying
deportation
it's a
happening.
race issue.
There's definitely not an
Who had the
attack.
most deportations in history?
There's not an attack on the Somalian community
Who had the
currently
most
happening right
deportations in
now.
history?
In history?
Barack Obama. That's who. Barack Obama. Search it up. Idiot. You want to talk about immigrants and you want to talk about all this
Who did Barack
all these
Obama
politics.
deport?
What type of dumbass question is that?
It's a logical question.
What do you mean, who did he deport?
What sort of immigrants did Barack Obama deport?
Quite literally everyone.
Quite literally wrong. Quite literally wrong. He deported people who were already incarcerated in jail. That's why he was able to collect millions of them so easily, because they were already in jail, and he simply moved them out of the country because they were on their last deportation orders. He did not run into daycares and slam old ladies to the motherfucking ground in order to figure out who's citizen and who's not, which is happening right fucking now. That's what he did not do. That's what he did not do. So what you need to focus on is why your Lord and Savior Donald Trump is allowing his ICE agents to slam American citizens.
My Lord and Savior, I never said I'm pro-ICE or pro-Trump. If you got even in custody with police and you were an immigrant, your chances of getting deported were a lot higher. Now, just
right. My question is,
didn't have as much of a play in it does not mean that it wasn't wrong.
Citizens? Why are there so many
I'm not even
United
speaking
States
on that.
Citizens being slammed to the ground?
I'm not even speaking on that. You're talking about deportation and immigrants and this and that, and I said literally Barack Obama.
I have a problem with the tyrannical way that Trump is deporting people by not giving them due process rights to court, and the fact that
we agree.
Using people's skin color in order to detain them. That's
we
what
agree.
I got a problem with. I don't have a problem with deporting people who deserve to be deported. The question is, who deserves to be deported and who does not? And I don't believe the migrant who is here working and doing nothing else and bothering fucking nobody deserves the treatment that the ICE is putting them under currently under this administration. Barack Obama didn't have to make a single baby cry in order to deport millions of people. You are proving my point. He didn't have to detain any citizens. He didn't have to build an alligator Alcatraz. He didn't have to take anybody's constitutional rights from them in order to do it. So why does Trump need to violate the Constitution in order to fucking do it?
Like I said, we're not disagreeing with that.
All right, so what are you talking
But
about?
I literally said that Barack Obama had the most deportations, and now whether or not his
did not have the most deportations of all time, because you don't know anything about what happened during the Great Depression and what they did to millions of fucking Italians and Asian people in this motherfucking country.
I'm
Obviously,
Albanian.
you don't
My
know
dad
the
was
history
deported
of
during
America.
2008.
You don't know the history of America. If
You're
you
telling me
believe
when my dad
that
was one of the
Barack
people
Obama
deported?
is the one that kicked the most people out of this country. You don't know the history of the country. So let's
You're trying to
get past
tell
that.
me when I was part of the recession in 2008, that's why my dad was deported? You're trying to tell me I don't know the history?
If your dad was
Don't be
deported
ignorant.
under Barack Obama, he had actual criminal charges and a final deportation order.
No, he didn't.
Those are the
Like,
only people he deported. Don't lie.
I'm
Don't lie.
I'm
Don't
not
lie.
lying. This is
He
my
only
family
deported
history. What are
people
you
who had
talking about?
final deportation orders
Uh-huh.
or were already incarcerated, were already in jail.
Neither of the two was true for my dad.
Well,
I'm
you're
telling
a
you right
liar
now.
then. You're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You are.
Like, how are you
That's
trying to
what
tell
he
me a
did.
liar?
Because that's
Huh?
what he did.
You
That's what he
believe the
did.
black man.
What I'm
That's
telling
all
you
it
is I
is you
believe the
believe the black man.
congressional archives that say that's what he did. That's what I believe.
No, you're right. Because you could trust politics. Go you. You could trust the politician that tells you. You could trust the black politician that tells you. Go you.
You've trusted every white one.
I don't trust any politicians, point blank, period.
What the fuck did you come here to say?
You brought up a race war. Like, you literally, the previous guy had asked, is this an America
no
issue?
race war. I've never said the
You
word
literally
race war.
said,
Stop lying.
that is America.
What I said was that the average white male is experiencing a high level of white male loneliness, and that feeling is causing them to attack the public, and we need to focus our tax-paying and law enforcement dollars on actual terrorists instead of people whose only crime is the misdemeanor violation of crossing the border illegally. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to focus on the real fucking problem in America, and that problem did not cross the border. It did not cross the ocean. It was fucking born here, and it's sitting in the suburbs right now. That's what I'm saying.
You mentioned earlier that there's 300 and something pew-pewings a year, correct?
Mass pew-pewings.
Mass pew-pewings, okay. And that could come to all levels. And now we have the U.S., which is a population of almost 400 million.
Okay.
Do the math.
The math is 84%, meaning 84% of the time the person doing the mass shooting is a straight white male. 84% of the time the person doing
that is a misleading statistic.
Is a straight white male.
That's a misleading statistic.
No, it's not. Those are the numbers.
It is a misleading statistic.
No, it's not. They count the numbers of mass shootings, and they count the offenders, and they tell you what color they are. That's not misleading.
Capita. Have you ever heard of per capita?
That's not misleading, bro. There are no per capita stats. They don't fucking exist.
Yes, they do.
Okay, show me where they are.
What are you talking about?
Show me where the per capita fucking stats are. They don't exist, bro. They simply count crimes and they count offenders. That's all they do. They count crimes and they count offenders. They look at the race of that offender. There is no per capita fucking stats. It doesn't exist. So I don't want to talk about it. The crime stats are on FBI.gov. Table 43, 42, and 41.
Stupid. Anyways, one quick little Google search.
If you go to FBI.gov, let me show you how stupid I am. I'm there now. I'm there right now. If you go to FBI.gov,
Switch on my phone.
that that's not a study, bro. That's not a stat. Click the
One
link.
sec. I don't
Then
know
you
why
would
my
actually
screenshot's
be
not working.
no, you would have to click the link, and then you would actually be on the website that is giving you that information. All you did was Google search. You're weird. Now, I'm telling you where you can find this information. You don't have to do that. Type in
It's a
FB,
0.09.
type in
It's a point.
FBI.gov.
It's basic math. It's
I'm telling you
basic
where you can
math.
find
If you
it, bro.
follow it, it's a calculation. 1 second. It's a calculation of the white people population in the US versus the mass shootings and the percentages of white people committing
Who's
those. And it is
calculating it? Where
0.09.
is
One
the
second. It is
calculation?
0.09 per 100,000 people,
Where is
meaning
the?
less than one white
I want to read
person
it too. Where are you
per
reading it at?
100,000.
I would also like to read it. Where are you reading it at?
Here you go.
Exactly, a Google search. Now let me tell you, you can
It is
find
literally,
actual
you are so
exactly,
stupid.
exactly. Shut up. You can find actual crime stats statistics on FBI.gov, Table 43, crime stats by race. Just say it into your phone.
You
FBI.gov.
dumbass. Listen to what
Say
I'm
it.
telling you.
I'm gonna send you to where they collect the data. I'm going to send you to
What the
where they
fuck is per
actually.
capita?
That's not how they collect data, sir.
You're selective. What are you talking? What is per capita? Answer the question.
There is no per capita
What
stat.
is per capita? What does it stand for? What does per capita stand for?
It stands for YT excuses.
You are so dense.
It
Like,
stands for
actually,
YT
don't
excuses.
debate. Don't debate.
It
Here's
stands
another
for
per
YT
capita.
excuses. Now, if you would like to count the number of offenders who committed a crime and what race they are, you can go to FBI.gov, Table 43, crime statistics by race and ethnicity. That is going to give you every single crime category, how many of that crime was committed, and the race of the person that committed the crime. That is the only way they collect stats. There is no per capita table that shows you who commits most crime per capita. That does not exist. The FBI does
What
not
do you think
collect.
per capita is?
Listen, the FBI does not collect information that way. They simply count the number of offenses. Let's say the offense is, let's go down, let me give you an example.
God.
Let me give you an example. Here on table 43A, there's a crime category of arson. There was 6,291 arsons committed. 4,450.
This chick is so stupid, dude.
Shut the fuck up. Let me show you how stupid I am.
You're not listening.
Let me show you how. It's your turn to listen. That's because it's your turn to listen and my turn to talk.
I've been listening and you're wrong.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing else. Now, arson. There was 6,291 arsons committed. 4,453 of those arsons were committed by white people. 1,553 of those arsons were committed by black people. 121 of them were committed by American Indian or Alaskan Native. 125 were committed by Asians, and 39 were committed by Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders. That gives you a percentage of 70.8% of the arson committed by white people, 24.7% of the arson committed by black people, 1.9% by American Indian or Alaskan Native, 2.0% by Asian, 0.6% by Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. That is the only way they collect the data. There is no per capita table that is like this. It does not exist, okay?
Can I elaborate now?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So per capita means the percentage per populace, meaning that yes, your statistics are correct, but it means what's the likelihood of a white man participating in these illegal acts, which is either school shootings or whatever else. Your inability to understand is
I
we
know
don't
what per
care about
capita
the.
means. I'm telling you
You
that
have no idea what it
I'm
means
telling you that
because
that's
saying
not the way that law enforcement collects data. I'm just telling you that's not the way. So you
I'm
can
asking you as a debater, do you think it's more dangerous, do you think, per capita, do you think it's more dangerous to have a 1 out of 100,000, not even one, it's 0.09, but 1 out of 100,000 man, a white man, to have the likelihood of being a school shooter, or do you think it's more dangerous to have a 33+% of a black person committing a violent crime? Which one do you think would be labeled as more dangerous? The
I
black man.
I think the school shooters are more dangerous because they've eradicated more children.
No, actually, you're right. The school shooters are
It's
more
that
dangerous because they're
simple.
eradicating.
I
No,
think
you're
that
right.
when
They
I think
eradicate
that
other white
when
people. You're
I
correct.
think that
Got to
when
protect the white man.
the American children are more concerned. The reason that they don't want to go to school in 2025 is not because of bullies. It's not because of homework. It's not because of terrible food. It is because they have a palpable and realistic fear that any day of the week they could be eradicated by a white female who is having a bad day. That is the reality of the American children. That should not be their reality. So I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. That is their reality. That is their reality. You can't
You
deny
don't
their
give a
reality.
shit about no kids, no
I
nothing.
have 6
If you
children,
cared
sir.
about kids, you guys.
I have 6 children.
Okay, you got a
6.
father in your life.
6. I'm
Do you
married.
have a
Do you
father
see
in your
this?
life?
Do you see this? Do you see this
Good for
ring
you.
that you ain't
I'm
never
actually
gave
really
a
proud of
bitch?
you for that.
Do you
I'm
see
very
this
proud of you for
ring that
that.
you ain't never gave a bitch? Do you
No,
see it? Do you see this ring you ain't
I'm
never
very
gave
proud
a
of you for
bitch in
that.
your life?
Genuinely,
What is you talking about?
I'm very proud of you for that. Genuinely.
You see me? I'm pretty. You think I would be alone? Are you crazy?
I mean, there's a lot more. There's a lot more like deadbeat and lonely, black individuals than there is anybody else as well.
That's cap. There's a higher divorce rate in the white community than any other demographic
Per
of people. Why are you
capita.
lying? And
Per capita.
the studies show
Per
there's
capita.
several Pew Research studies that show that white men abandon their children, whether inside or outside of the relationship, more than any other group of fucking people. There is no per capita reason for why you abandon your motherfucking children, sir. That's your excuse for everything.
Sense.
There's more of us. We have no choice but to abandon our children more than everybody else. There's more of us. We have no choice simply because there's more of you in one spot. You're telling me you have no choice but to essay the most children in this country, and I believe you do it because you have no moral line to your criminal activity. Not simply because there's more of you in one place at one time. That does not mean you do not have to have the moral capability of not harming children. Simply because you're the majority of the population, you take away all moral responsibility for these acts and you just say, well, there's more of us, so it's logical that we're going to grape the most children. We're going to produce the most child corn. That's logical. There's more of us. We don't have a choice. There's just more of us in one place. Shut the fuck up.
The point is not being on what's
Shut the fuck up. If there was more of us than you, the numbers would not be the same because we have moral line to our criminal activity. We still participate in criminal activity, but there's a line that we choose not to cross. There is no line. There is no line that you choose not to cross. There is no line.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, the spectrum of whiteness is also a lot more broad.
And that's because
than
of
being
white
black.
people. They've chosen to broaden the spectrum of whiteness so they can remain the majority. Over the last 15 years, yes, over the last 15 years, the Census Bureau has added
I'm in perception.
added categories of people to white so that you can remain the majority. They now say Egyptians are white. They now say all Northern Africans are white. They categorize them as that, and so that the white number will stay the most. So you can scream per capita. It's not even that many actual white people. But if you add more categories to the Census Bureau and call them white, the numbers will stay the highest, and you will have the highest number in when it comes to legislators, congressmen, and senators, because your number is the highest. So that explains why there's so many new whites roaming around. Fuck. You're slow. You're slow, but I'm going to teach you something today. I'm going to learn you something. Italians used to not be categorized as white. Irish used to not be categorized as white. Polish used to not be categorized as white. But they slowly but surely added all of those categories so that they could remain the majority and remain the majority in power and have superiority over the government. You are slow.
Okay, so
And
it
this is
seems like
why,
you really
and this is
do.
why, and this is why we don't need to shut down the Department of Education.
So you really are long-winded and you like hearing your own voice.
You said I was stupid.
But
Do
like
you think that's still true?
no,
You said I was stupid and didn't know nothing. Do you think that's still true? Exactly. Teacup.
connected to the car. What'd you say?
I said you said I was stupid and I didn't know anything. Do you think that's still true?
Yes, I still do think it's true.
That means you're a
Because
liar and a hater. Because I just said 10 minutes to you, things to you that would logically lead you to believe that I might know something about something. You can say you don't like me, but to be a hater and not to be able to admit that I sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about is just being a hater, bro.
so listen to me for a moment. What I mean by stupid is I'm not saying oh man. I mean by stupid is I'm not saying that you don't necessarily have, the right ambition and ideologies. Listen, law is law and wrong is wrong. Unfortunately, there's a lot of wrong that goes on. Like, for instance, predominantly, right, one capita that we could talk about is the PDF file cases with white people. The white man has a serious issue in today's society.
Now you
I
changing
hate
the
going.
now you changing the subject from chaos. You're dumb because you don't want to admit that you changed your mind about that, and you should just be a man and apologize for what you said.
I'd appreciate it if you let me elaborate because I've
No, you
listened to you
should
this
be
whole
a
time.
man and apologize for calling me stupid. That's what you should do.
Okay, let me elaborate first so you see what I'm about to say.
Nah,
And if
see,
you
you're
still
not a
feel like
man. You're not a man.
I'm not good, what are you
I'm gonna
talking
teach
about?
you
This is
something.
stupid. This is
When a
what I mean by
man, when
stupid.
I'm gonna teach you something. When a man is confronted with the fact that he is wrong, he is able to say, "You know what? I was wrong, chaos. I said you were stupid, and you're obviously not stupid. Let's move on." But you can't fucking do that because you're not a man.
Because you don't know
That's
why I
why
called you stupid.
your voice keep cracking when you get passionate because you're still going through puberty.
No, I'm
Fuck.
25 years old.
That's why your voice keep cracking.
No, I'm 25 years old. I'm good.
Your
So,
brain is not even fully developed.
what? Yes, it is. What
At
are you
20,
talking
no,
about?
it's not. It just barely reached the cusp of being able to recognize itself as alive. That's what your
Okay,
brain
all
just
right.
did on your 25th birthday. On your 25th birthday, your brain says, "Oh wow, I'm here." It just barely started saying that,
So,
bro.
so what I'm saying here by this is I'm acknowledging some of the points that you made, but I still ultimately disagree with you.
But you
What I
can't
do
acknowledge
disagree
that
with
you
you.
called me stupid and you were wrong. And that's what I want you to acknowledge.
You're not letting me elaborate why I'm saying that. So let me elaborate, and if you still disagree, then we can go from there. What I'm saying is this: in the end of the day, wrong is wrong because
See,
everybody
this
could
some
talk about.
messianic shit. You see this unmanly ass shit? What you gonna learn to do today is stop beating around the hole. Stop beating around the hole and penetrate. Stop beating around the motherfucking bush and sugarfooting and pussyfooting the fuck around and put it in the hole. Just penetrate. You know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. I apologize. I was wrong. I apologize. Put it in the hole.
Yo, listen, I'm an eater,
Bitches
yo.
don't
You know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
shit. I'm gonna teach you something now. Bitches don't like that
Eater.
shit.
I'm an
They
eater.
don't
I take
like it when you flick around and finger around and
yo,
and
listen.
be doing all that shit. Bitches don't like that shit. Put it in the motherfucking hole, bro, or move on.
So yeah, I'm trying to move on with the point. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. There's wrong and there's things that can be said about both sides. What I'm saying is we need to actually focus on the evil. When you start trying to say there's one evil,
You see how he's still avoiding the fact that he's supposed to apologize to me?
you want an apology, but it's not
Do you
warranted.
see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see how he's still trying to go around the hole? He's still trying to go around it, and I won't allow him. You're gonna put it in the hole. You're gonna apologize for calling me stupid and saying I didn't know shit when that's obviously not true. You're gonna apologize for that. You're gonna do that now as a man.
But that's not a genuine apology then, because I still don't feel wrong.
You feel, after everything I have said to you, you honestly feel that I am stupid and I know nothing?
Your inability to listen to my point right now shows your stupidity. Sorry.
No, you can say that. I chaos, you don't be listening to men's. That's true. But what you said was,
I'm trying to make a point and you're not
you
educating
didn't say
yourself by
I don't be
listening to my
listening to
point.
men's. You didn't say that. You didn't say
No,
that.
I'm
You
saying
said
you're
I
not
was
listening to my
stupid.
point.
You said I was stupid and I didn't know shit, bro. That's what you said.
Yes, because you're very tunnel driven. That's a stupid trait. Your inability to process that.
Player. That's not what you said, bro.
That is why I called you stupid. Yes.
No, it's not. We were talking about the statistics when it came down to where data is fucking collected. I'm the one that sent you to an actual source. I read the numbers from the fucking source to you, and you said I was stupid before I read it to you. But once I was done explaining the information to you, you got real fucking quiet because you realized, oh shit, she's not stupid. But you can't even fucking admit that. And it's just
No, I
very
got quiet.
unmanly. It's very
I got quiet because I was
unmanly. I
listening to
change
you.
minds every day. This happens every day. They come and they see
Chaos, you don't gotta mute me.
I'll tell you to shut the fuck up when I want to. They see the bonnet and they see the robe and they assume that I don't know anything because I'm black. And then they stay here for a couple minutes and then they discover, oh shit, she knew more than I thought she was gonna know. And they either run or then they try to do hyperbole. The other guy ran when he realized it. He ran for the fucking hills. But you are not just man enough to realize, damn, I thought this was gonna be a dumb bitch, and she's not as dumb as I thought she was gonna be. You can't admit that. You just can't. And
So what I called you stupid for was the inability of you acknowledging per capita and its importance.
It
That's
has no
exactly what I.
importance. It has no importance. That's
Of
not
course,
the
it has
way.
importance.
That's not the way that any law enforcement or court collects data or information. So it has no importance. If it was important, they would collect it that way. They do not. So it is not important. I showed you the way they collect it. You don't want to acknowledge that that is what I showed you.
You don't have to collect per capita, dude. It's a literal It's a mathematical equation.
Why do they not have a single fucking page on FBI.gov or the fucking CIA.gov?
That's the question. That's the question.
Any law enforcement agency that says per capita. They don't collect data that way. That would be a waste of time. They
That's a
collect
beautiful
the
question.
offender, they collect the offense. They collect the offender, they collect the offense, and they don't even fucking categorize it by fucking sex, by state, and by federal or state crime, and by race. That's the only way they categorize data when it comes to crime.
You asked one really important question. You said, why don't they categorize it by per capita?
Because it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. They're not gonna, when you go to jail, they're not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna sentence you differently because white people only commit 8% of this type of crime. It doesn't matter. That's why they don't collect it. It
No,
doesn't matter.
that's not the true answer. The true answer, if you actually have any ability of actually recognizing
Man, Hakeem
pattern
Nathaniels is here,
recognition.
man, fucking Hakeem Nathaniels is here. Nobody gives a fuck about what you talking about.
No, listen.
I'm
The
not gonna
reason
keep
why they
going
don't
over this shit.
No, the reason why is because the government is trying to reinforce stereotypes. Dummy. That's
Oh,
why I'm
okay,
saying
okay.
you're stupid.
Okay, the
Simply
United
put.
States government. So let me get this straight. What you're telling me is that the United States government has a chance to make one racial demographic or another look like they commit the most crime. And what you're telling me is that the United States government, which is majority white, is swaying these stats in order to make white people look stereotypically bad instead of black people. If they had the choice to make black people look worse than white people, they would not take that chance.
Really? Okay, see,
Sound
this is
right? That
another
sounds
example.
crazy.
You
That
sound
sounds
stupid
crazy.
again.
That
No, you
sounds
sound
crazy.
stupid. Big
Because the United States government would never do that. If they had the chance to push the narrative that
chaos.
it is
Listen
black
for a
people,
second.
if they had the chance to push the
Listen for a
narrative,
second,
I
please.
told you to shut the fuck up.
Please
If
listen
they
for a second.
no, because you know it's true. If they had the chance
For a
to push
second.
the stereotype that black people are the ones committing all the crime, they would.
I was at the right place at the right time. I was at a baseball field, and it's when they threw the bat. I got hit with the bat that was thrown. I don't think the cops and EMS said he was by the park. It was that's why. Do you notice? That's why nowadays they tell you cannot throw injuries because people throw the bat.
Yeah, because you'll tell somebody up if they threw the bat. Yeah.
So nowadays, any baseball players, if they make a mistake, I think it's a $10,000 fine if they throw that bat. Notice now, look at a baseball player when he hits that bat, he puts the bat down, and then. But it's amazing how we got to wait till people get seriously hurt before rules are made.
At all, like due to that back hitting you. You just got physical injury. There was no like long lasting damage.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. All of us have something like country would say, and but if this is a question I want to ask one of you guys. Who wants to go first? Because I want to ask you a question.
I want to know what you mean by what Country and Freight would say, because you kind of paused. You didn't
I
say
know
it.
that's why I want to ask somebody a
That's
question.
exactly what I want to know.
Yeah, but I need one of you guys to say you're going to answer a question.
What would I say, Brother Randall?
Yeah, Country right there.
Yeah,
I'm
right
country.
here.
Now, just make if because you remember you were saying you're going back and forth. So I just need you to be right there. So if a person shows medical documentation, there's nothing wrong with the person, and you still think there's something wrong with the person, who has the problem?
The person
Well,
that thinks something's still wrong with them.
Right.
In denial that there be stuff wrong.
No, my
It takes
brother.
another pair of eyes to show them.
No, I'm just saying, remember, for a doctor to diagnose you, that's why you got specialists, right? That's why you got regular EEGs, AKGs, all that stuff.
Wait a minute.
I think we're off topic, y'all.
No, we're on topic, my brother. We're still talking about you have to treat the problem, and the only way you can treat the problem if you know where it started from.
Mr. Randall, what is an EKG doctor and an EEG doctor? What it do?
The ones that reads the electrocardiogram. You know that thing that sticks in your head
I'm lost.
and it connected and it reads your brain, your waves, and then you know the person that reads that. So every time you take a test, there is a doctor that reads that, specifically reads that. That's all they went to school for, is just that. So therefore, they look reads that. That's all they went to school for, is just that. So therefore, they look at that. All right. So what I'm basically saying to you guys is this: sometimes we are the problem. Yeah, I'm gonna come right there.
Can I ask you about that?
Hold on. I'm gonna be with you. So I say in real life I do this, but if I show you in real life I do this and you still believe I don't, it becomes who has the problem.
I thought we were talking about Thomas, how we get the reading electrical waves.
I'm almost there, guys. Now I'm gonna do the other one. Here we go.
But you,
Because I want everybody to understand. If you already have the answer and you're still looking for the answer. Remember Freud? The sign of insanity is when you look for something different. You do the same thing, but you look for a different outcome. The answer is there, but you're still looking for a different outcome. That's a sign of...
What you mean? Because you say this a lot. What you mean by in real life? Like, I be trouble with it because we in real life right now. So do you like hop out your body to think about some of this stuff?
No, I think he think everybody playing on social media, it only get real like off the phone.
Right, thank you. Because in real life, I am a person that deals with psych. In real life.
So you certified to do that?
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. In real life, if I tell you that I'm a psychotherapist, in real life I am. I don't care if you believe it or not.
Right?
Hold on, my brother.
wait, how?
Hold on, guys, listen to me. This is the part I need you guys to understand. If I tell you, right, and I show you, this is the part I need you guys to register. If I show you and I tell you, and you still don't believe it, I'm asking you a question. Who has the problem?
You do.
Wait, are you a patient or a doctor, Mr. Randall?
I am a doctor, my brother.
Okay.
Okay, so if you tell us something and we don't believe it, that makes us insane?
No, I'm asking you. I didn't say nothing. I asked you a question.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, this is not for entertainment purposes only. This is for educational purposes.
Oh, so now this is education. All right. So, all right, can we go back to the beginning?
Thank you.
Can we go back to the beginning? Because the beginning, you said any on the internet, on social media, they got past trauma. That's where we was at. How we get all the way here, I don't know. But that's where we was at.
That's where we are. Where we are.
And he's doing most of the talking and won't really allow anyone else to say anything.
Mr. Randall, I have the answer.
All right, hold on one second, country. If I'm leaving the floor for you guys to answer something and you're not answering it, I can't waste time. So once I stop talking, I need you guys to fill that in. All right? Go ahead, country.
Okay. Do you have scientific studies that say that?
Yes.
Okay. What are your sources?
Same thing you get, public information.
And that makes you a doctor?
It is. It does.
I'm a doctor because I went to school for it.
So, Randall, why do you practice at home? When do you have time for patients? When do you actually see someone if you're on the internet 24/7?
My brother, that's not the question. So you're going out of the loop and then you're going to tell me I'm out of topic.
I'm just checking your credentials. I'm trying to check your credentials.
You can't do that, my brother. I'm not under your salary. You can't do that.
All right.
Because I don't pay you, right? I don't pay you.
Right, so
but
we're not there.
Not for entertainment purposes. This is for educational
My
purposes.
brother, you're wasting
So we
time.
want to check the sources.
My brother, you're wasting time. I got to go to somebody else, okay? Can I get somebody else that's going to stay on topic?
Mr. Randall.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I don't mean it's in a mean way, but would that make you someone with trauma because you like did the same thing on TikTok?
Exactly.
All right, can you guys talk?
That's what I asked, but I never got an answer.
Now I'm giving you an answer. You got to go where it started from. I'm giving you an answer, but you're not talking.
What year did you graduate, Mr. Randall?
Mr. Country, you're not paying my salary, so we're not doing that.
So with that,
Hold on, guys, one thing. My brother, I answered your question, but you didn't go where I needed you to go. Let me help you.
I think when someone want to move on to the next person because
we're still there,
you don't want to be exposed.
No, he had a question. I'm going to answer it, but you guys got to listen.
Can we talk about the other people that got traumatized by that action?
Wait, let's do the first part, my brother.
that was my next question.
All right, let me answer your first question. Can I do that?
Well, let's talk about Randall exposing himself and the past trauma that
That's what we are talking about, my brother. Can I answer
Okay,
that?
so what was the past trauma that you endured?
My brother, can I talk about it?
Go ahead, please.
In the room, I'm going to stop muting people.
Quickly, but land your plane.
You're just talking, and you're going to get muted, my brother. Not going to do it.
Randall, you invited me. I didn't invite myself up. You invited me.
You can leave, my brother. Where I invited you, I can uninvite you. You can leave. You don't have to be here.
Go ahead and finish. Land the plane. Go ahead, talk and land the plane.
All right, so, my brother, what I'm saying to you is that the cause of that, do you remember what happened? Are you there, my brother? What I'm saying to you is that the cause of that, do you remember what happened? Are you there, my brother?
I'm gonna say yes.
All right, what happened? Tell us what happened.
I think. Can you say it? Because I don't want to get
My brother, you brought it up, so it's your conversation, your baby.
Well, from what you had said was, you had it on. You was coming out the shower and you.
Oh, you talking about when he slid across that screen?
Yeah, then the screen
malfunction. Randall, that's what it was.
Sweetheart, one person at a time, please. My brother,
I was explaining it on the live, though.
One person at a time, please.
They're talking about when you showed your olive.
All right, when I start dropping and only have one person in here, it's because you can't follow instruction, and then I bring you back, okay? Do we have to do that? One person at a time. Yes, now I got to drop you, right? And we have to drop you and have one person at a time inside it. All right, so my brother, you said what you said, right? But my question, do you know what happened before that happened? Because that's what we were talking about. We were talking about past trauma. Something had to happen before we talk about something. So what do you think happened before that?
Well, what is your past trauma then, Mr. Randall? I wouldn't know.
But you said it was past trauma, right?
Yeah, because you.
But you said
that was the
we didn't
question.
say that. You said that.
Yeah,
Right,
that was the question.
All right, hold on. So that means it has to be someplace, right?
Yeah, so you tell us where it came from.
All right, now, you got to have trauma for it to happen, but you said past trauma. But what I said, people who does that, now follow me. I said people that does that literally show themselves as past trauma. What did I say? People that deliberately do that.
Nah, you didn't say deliberately at first, Randall.
I did.
No, you did not. When you first asked that question, you did not say deliberately.
I was the first one up. I was the first one up. You never said that.
It was right behind you, country. Come on.
That delivery.
I was the first one up. I was the first one up. You never said that.
It was right behind you, country. Come on.
That deliberately do that, dealing with past trauma. I hope everybody heard it this time.
Okay.
You don't even remember.
I don't remember the incident where you're
sliding
people. I don't remember the incident the way you remember it.
Well, I mean, according to your account, you told us it never happened before. So now you saying you don't remember.
I was about to say that I'm very confused.
Well, the
Mr. Riddle, didn't it happen twice?
No, they said it happened 4 times, not twice.
They did not. Who said that?
Dang.
Look at it. They tell you it happened 4 times. Not.
It's happened 4 times, Mr. Randall.
That's what they said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's some serious trauma, Mr. Randall. I hope you
I'm
get
saying,
through it.
if it happened, me personally, since I was there, right? Since I was there, and
I
we're
hope you're
talking
the
about
only one
me,
there.
that never was me.
So now it wasn't you?
I
So
was
this is
now,
so you
hold on.
switched to entertainment purposes because that was
Guys,
you.
this is not for entertainment purposes. This is for educational purposes.
Well, that was you, man.
Right, hold on.
It was an olive. I'm still not over that.
Me. Now, if you believe it was me, that's on you. Can
So,
I ask
Randall,
you a
who had
question?
your page that long? Who had your page? You hacked?
Country, can I ask? Because I'm so close to drop you. I'm asking you a question. Can I ask you a question? Yes or no?
I mean, I can see you the picture, Mr. Randall. I know somebody that has
What
it.
about the picture? I got the picture. I got 4 different angles of it. People
Oh
sent it.
God.
All right,
Yep.
Kai, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. I'm
Let
ready.
me ask you a question. For you to say somebody did something, right? If you say this belongs to somebody, that means you saw it before, right?
Not necessarily.
No,
And how do you
fool.
say
If
it
we
then?
could see your face, it's on your live.
No, I ain't
Obviously, it
asked you that,
belongs
my
to
brother.
you.
One person at a time. This is where the fogginess come.
There you
Oh, I'm
go.
feeling it.
Talk
My
that.
brother. Hold on, guys.
Talk.
Mr. Randall, all I'm
Trying
saying
to
is
Hold
if
pivot
I
on
you.
one
find a
We're
second,
not
picture,
doing that.
guys. You can say what you want. I'm going to say what I know, right?
All
If you
right,
think
and
it's
I'm saying
wrong,
you trying to spin it. And we're gonna
now
tell
here we
you
go.
exactly what it is.
I need you to hear me. Can
And
you
at
do
this
that?
Mr.
point, I
Randall,
think he spilled and made those children.
All right, guys. I need you to not prove what I said earlier about past trauma. Because if you can't let me understand what I need to past trauma that I didn't do. So is that what we're saying? You guys have trauma at this moment. That's why
Safe to say that you traumatized us.
I don't know. Are you traumatized?
I am traumatized.
All right, so
I
that's
ain't
you.
gonna lie, I
But if
was.
you say, okay, listen, guys, if you say it was me, that means you saw it before. Now, have you ever seen it before?
Randall, if we could see your face,
I ain't
your
answer that, my
full.
brother.
See, look.
I'm going to clear
See,
the
look.
platform. I'm going to clear the platform
What
and
you
get
No,
to
cleared
Mr.
me
Randall,
for?
I
I
actually
ain't
have
even
the
said
answer.
nothing.
I want to
You trying to
direct to you
clear the
guys.
error.
If
Don't
you
clear
can't
the
answer the
error.
question, I'm asking you to be
Mr. Randall, I
respectful.
can answer it.
Just leave. All right, so leave. For you to make that statement, people, that means you saw it before. You can't speculate. That's how people go to jail and lose their life. For you to say you know it's that person before. You can't speculate. That's how people go to jail and lose their life. For you to say you know it's that person, that meant, just like the police said, have you seen it before? No. Then how you know it was his?
So the police know about this incident.
And did you ever see him before this? No. Then how we know it's his?
So do you feel like since people break it up, do you have trauma?
No.
Oh.
Is it embarrassing to you, Brother Randall?
No. Because it's not me.
But is it embarrassing that they keep saying that it was you?
No, because it just brings me content.
I want to say now then, huh? Since that wasn't you, right?
Hold on, I'm eating. I don't want to choke.
As much as you
Good morning, Ashley.
All right, go ahead, my brother.
So,
I didn't mean to get up
so,
here. I'm sorry.
so being that that wasn't you, Brother Randall, would you say that guy has issues, probably pleasing someone?
Come again?
If you say that wasn't you, would you agree that problems pleasing someone?
Me, I would say there's nothing wrong with the brother. Some people are big.
Would you say you
Did you
said
get
some
that?
people are big
Country,
and some people are small? Would you
country.
say
Country, did you get what I said?
Well, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. This is for educational purposes.
No, I'm telling you. Country, did you hear what I said?
I did hear what you said.
All right, so why are you still talking?
I just want your honest opinion. You gave me that.
I already answered the question, so why are you still asking the same question?
So would you agree that maybe that person probably would have trouble maybe holding a woman?
I don't know.
Mr. Randall, who
Hold on, wait a minute.
sent you
What's
the?
your country, sweetheart?
But
Okay.
Finish
but
country.
hold on. One more and
Country,
I'm
I
done.
don't
I'm
know.
done. One more
You're
and I'm
asking, hold
done.
on, country. You're asking me about another man.
Do you think they have, being that they thought that that was yours, right? That is maybe the problem. Not, like you said, I don't know. I don't get down like that. But do you think that has put a stain on you finding a woman?
No, because my opinion is this, and I told you guys before, men's size are based on the woman they're supposed to be on. I
What?
gave you that information. Hold on, guys. I gave you that information. I wrote to you guys about that information.
Men's size is what now?
I thought a man's size was built on genetics.
No, look it up, people. Don't go.
Repeat
We
it.
won't.
All right, look it up. A man's size is based on the size of the woman they should be with. Look it up. I'm not lying to you. Look it up.
Okay. Um, if this was not you that slid across this screen, who sent you this stuff about this?
Who hacked his account is what I
Like
want to
who?
know.
Like if you saying this is not you, Mr. Randall, who? Like why would if you're not into men, like you say you're not into that, why would they send you this type of information for you to use as content if this is not you sliding across the screen?
Hold
Right.
on,
Why
sweetheart.
why would they
I
put a
never said
small
I used that
penis
for
on you?
content. I never said I used that for content.
You just said okay.
What I turned, you asked me a question. Country asked me a question, and you said what he said, right? Like you guys say what country said. Country said, "Do you get embarrassed?" I said, "No, because I use it for content." That's what I said.
No. No, that was.
Good
Do
question.
you think? Do you think that it put a stain on you finding a girlfriend or wife?
All right, so the same thing. I said no because it's not me. I already answered that question.
But
Okay,
my
but
question was
Hold
who
on. See,
sent
this
it
is
to you?
guys. This is the problem. I answer it, then it's canceled out because somebody is talking.